Can diesel vapors explode? This question is surprisingly common, and it hooks right into the heart of safety concerns many have around fuel. Explosions are dramatic, and we've all seen those action movie scenes where cars erupt into towering fireballs. But is diesel fuel equally as theatrical? Um, Diesel is less volatile than gasoline, and it has a higher flash point, about 125 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit compared to gasoline's minus 45 degrees. This means it's less likely to ignite at normal temperatures. So diesel doesn't have the flair for the drama that gasoline does, at least not at first blush. The main pain point lies in the misconception of how diesel operates differently from gasoline. People often mistakenly lump all fuels into a single explosive category without considering their distinct characteristics. Diesel is commonly misunderstood, causing unnecessary worry about explosions. For an explosion to occur, diesel needs to be in a vaporized form and mixed with air in the right proportions, coupled with an ignition source. This isn't something that happens easily in everyday scenarios. Think of it as the universe needing a very specific recipe to create that chaos. Inside an engine, diesel is atomized at high pressure before ignition. Notably, the engine is a controlled environment built specifically for combustion. Outside of this context, getting diesel to explode is a far different, trickier endeavor. It feels kind of like trying to catch lightning in a bottle, or more accurately, in a diesel gas can. Let's talk numbers. You need a mist of diesel with air at a concentration between 0, 6% and 7, 5% to be potentially explosive. The odds of running into these precise conditions are pretty slim outside industrial settings. It's not just pulling the wrong card, it's pulling a joker. From a deck of 52, a useful analogy, imagine needing the perfect climate and conditions to spark a wildfire. These elements must align perfectly, much like diesel in its gaseous form, needing that perfect mix. Without it, diesel remains just fuel, igniting the misconception rather than itself. Pro tip for the cautious: always handle diesel in well-ventilated areas and avoid open flames. It's not about fearing an explosion. It's about understanding safe practices. Knowledge is power, especially when dealing with fuels. So let's add a dash of prudence to keep those safety insurance rates intact. If you're in an industrial setting dealing with mist creating equipment, keep those maintenance checks tight. Engineered safeguards are often in place, but staying vigilant is key. That's where due diligence shines like a lighthouse, cutting through the fog of misinformed fears. Let's face it, no one wants to be caught in a chaotic scene reminiscent of an action flick. Unless you're the adrenaline junkie type, just keep the drama confined to movie nights and not your everyday diesel experiences. It's less James Bond, more ordinary in its normal liquid state. For those of us living in, say, Portland, where the rain often drizzles, fueling up is simply a mundane task. No pyrotechnics involved here, just the classic PNW moisture, creating more of a rainforest effect than a potential explosion hazard. Drive safely and dream small explosions in your wildest sci-fi car chases.